Everyone knows Auschwitz, Dachau, the famous death camps, but there were over 40,000 camps. Most people have never heard of them. Camps where atrocities happened, then were bulldozed, erased, hidden from history. This is the story of the camps they tried to make us forget. When we think Holocaust, we think of a few names: Auschwitz-Birkenau, Treblinka, Bergen-Belsen. But the Nazi camp system was massive. Over 40,000 sites, concentration camps, labor camps, transit camps, ghettos, from Poland to France, Germany to Ukraine, everywhere the Nazis conquered. Some were documented, liberated by allies, preserved as memorials. Others destroyed before liberation, bulldozed, trees planted over mass graves, evidence erased. For decades, historians didn't know they existed, until survivors spoke, until mass graves were found. This is about the camp's history almost forgot. Most people think there were a handful of death camps, 6 main extermination centers, but the Nazi system was far larger. 40,000 plus sites, each serving different purposes. Forced labor camps, where prisoners worked until they died. Building roads, factories, armaments, transit camps, temporary holding, before deportation to death camps, prisoner of war camps, Soviet POWs, treated worse than any others. Millions died, sub-camps, attached to major camps, scattered across occupied territory. Many were small, a few hundred prisoners, worked to death, then buried. When liberation approached, the Nazis panicked. They destroyed evidence. Camps were burned, buildings demolished, mass graves covered. At Belzec, Sobibor, and Treblinka, the Nazis dismantled everything, planted trees, tried to hide 1.7 million murders. After the war, many sites were forgotten, lost, until researchers started digging. Jasenovac, Croatia, run by the fascist Ustaše, not Germans, Croatian nationalists. Over 100,000 people murdered. Serbs, Jews, Roma. The methods: medieval, hammers, knives, thrown alive into pits. After the war, communist Yugoslavia downplayed it, didn't want ethnic tensions. The camp was forgotten for decades. Samište, Belgrade, Serbia, a concentration camp in a former fairground. Jews, Roma, Serbian resistance, gassed in mobile vans, 10,000 plus killed. The site today: a parking lot, no memorial, until 2014, Theresienstadt, Czechoslovakia. The Nazis called it a model camp, showed it to the Red Cross, propaganda, but it was a transit camp to Auschwitz. 140,000 Jews passed through. Most died. Mali Trostenets, Belarus, one of the largest killing sites. 65,000 murdered, but few have heard of it because the Soviets didn't document it well. Didn't want attention on Soviet territory. For years it was unmarked, overgrown, forgotten. Why were so many camps hidden? Several reasons. The Nazis destroyed evidence. As the Allies advanced, SS units dismantled camps, burned records, shot remaining prisoners, bulldozed mass graves. Political reasons. After the war, communist countries controlled Eastern Europe. They downplayed camps, focused on Soviet liberation, not Jewish suffering. Some camps in Ukraine, Belarus, Poland were barely documented, not investigated, because the communist governments wanted to move on. Lack of survivors. Some camps had no survivors. Everyone was killed. No witnesses to tell the story. Geographic isolation. Many camps were remote, forests, villages, not major cities, easier to hide. Even today, researchers find new sites, ground-penetrating radar, historical records, survivor testimonies. In 2017, researchers discovered mass graves at Treblinka, larger than previously known, thousands more victims. The full scale of the Holocaust still being uncovered. Dark out row, 4:15 to 4:45. Silence, then wind through empty fields. Over 40,000 camps, millions murdered, and many sites forgotten. No markers, no memorials, just fields, forests, parking lots. People walk over mass graves, not knowing what's beneath. Why does this matter? Because forgetting is the final death. When history is erased, when victims are forgotten, it's as if they never existed. The Nazis tried to hide their crimes, destroy evidence, make the Holocaust disappear. And for decades, they partially succeeded. Camps were lost, stories untold, but survivors remember, historians dig. The truth emerges, slowly, painfully, but it emerges. How many other atrocities have been successfully erased? Remember them, share their stories, and subscribe to keep history alive, because the greatest tragedy is when evil is forgotten.